What in the world? Come cut me a break, man. Ah, there we are. We are live. Technical difficulties. I am sorry, everyone. Technical difficulties, but we are live. This is In the Doghouse, episode 32. Now, before we introduce our guests, I want to say please go to Pro Wrestling Tees and check out Referee T-Bone Jones merch. Buy you an In the Doghouse t-shirt. You know you want one. They're only $19.99. And before we go any further, I also got to give a big shout out to Cap Go Championship belts for that beautiful belt right there on display. Make sure you go to Cap Go Championship belts on Facebook and talk to Abdul. He will hook you up with a custom made belt, floppy cowhide leather, CNC sketching, or acid etching. Either way, 4 millimeter thick, 3 millimeter thick, 12 millimeter thick. He doesn't care. He can make you any custom belt you want. Also, don't forget to check out gwbhotsauce.com for all your hot sauce needs. They have some of the best hot sauce out there, and it's all locally made right here in West Virginia. Very good stuff, guys. And use discount code T-Bone in all caps. Now, we're going to introduce our guest right now. Our guest is Starvin Marvin Workman. Welcome, sir. Welcome. Awesome, brother. That's great to hear. Great to hear. We're going to get right into it, sir. I'm going to let everybody know who this man is. This man is Starvin Marvin. That's a hell of a trophy case.
Hey, man,
Have you been doing boxing, sir? How long have you been?
in I think like late spring or midsummer 2021. Long story short, I never thought I'd get into it. Never thought I'd start it. It was never a thought in my mind. And I had a sister that ended up passing away in April of 2021, and I fought some struggles for a little bit. And
The t-shirt. He's a natural redneck fighter, man. You're just straight out of construction work and right into the ring. I love it.
yes, sir, cornbread and mixed bread, you know.
I love it, man. That is awesome, brother. That is awesome. Way, man.
It was a fun adventure, man. Fun adventure.
Moly.
I mean, it was the best time of my life, and I'm trying to initiate a challenge to our tips, tricks. You can't beat it, man.
Mind blown.
I can't explain it in words. You just have to live it.
You hit every Toughman.
No TKO. Like I didn't get no TKOs. Nothing. Some fights.
I'm baffled. I did one. That was enough. One a year was enough. I had 6 Toughman. Like I had done 6 Toughman, but they were spread out from like 06 1 year. Wow, man. Like I applaud. Like standing O, my friend. Standing O. Like wow.
Much appreciated, sir. And aside from the Toughman, it was still a fun adventure, man. The first of its kind. It was definitely different.
Wow, man. I'm in man. Like that's where that like,
yes, sir.
Wow. How many rough and rowdies have you done?
Done 3 rough and rowdies, won all 3 by second round TKOs. And I got a middle finger from the first one, a badge from the second one, and it's also where the backflip was born. Views on it now, so
wow.
I've been seen by a lot of people. It really surprises me sometimes.
That is awesome, brother. That is awesome. Listen, for the going to be a tough one. If you can remember who has been your toughest opponent in any ring that you've been in, who's been your toughest fight?
I have to give it to you. I've fought quite a few very tough opponents. I've had my crap rocked a few times. Jackie Kittle's another great one, but probably my toughest opponent's gonna have to be Dante. But Dante is a heck of a fight, man. He's put in a lot of work. He's a very technical boxer, but he's not afraid to brawl run.
Now that's one of the guys you fought in one of your last Toughman, ain't it, or one of your newest videos?
Yes, sir. Me and him fought inside the Beckley
Oh my,
Toughman Championship,
oh my
and he ended
goodness.
up coming up with the W. And me and he's got 2 wins, and I've got one on him. So I guess I got to make the number up once.
You guys were slugging it out though. That was a blood fest, man. Like, wow, like I was impressed.
Indeed.
Very impressed. We have two people in the comments right now. Brian's Sanford. I cannot pronounce last names. I apologize. He said, "Hey, from Michigan." Got people from Michigan watching us. And Easy E Combat said, "Starvin Marvin is my dude." Yeah.
Hey, right, brother. Much love, much appreciation. Yes, sir. Michigan, I love you. On a big one. I mean, I've always wanted to do the right thing. I've always wanted to put in the most effort, which I don't always with the training and stuff. But and Patty Pibble, I'm a scouser. You know, we don't get knocked out.
I love. Have you ever thought of becoming a professional wrestler? You'd fit right in, and then the clean cut All American gimmick
Oh,
stuff,
man,
you could fit right in with us.
I would love it, dude. Don't even get me started on the opportunity to be a professional wrestler. I watched WWE and wrestling growing up my whole life. And speaking of inspirations, Jeff Hardy is right on the list. The more rush I get, the better I feel. I don't know
I
how to explain it,
I
but
know of two good wrestling schools. Well, one good one that's already open and one that's coming. So me and you'll talk after this, and I can hook you up with some.
please do. Please.
I can, yes, sir. I
And
can.
if I can meet Rhea Ripley, don't even get me started. I'm going to faint.
I can't guarantee that.
Oh, no, no, that's cool. That's cool. Just a chance or an opportunity to make myself get there.
Actually, converse with you, man. That's awesome. It's total pleasure. Pleasure's all mine, brother.
Hey, I enjoy it, man. I can brighten up anybody's day. I'm the type of person that's not going to sit back and be a boring, dull person. I can't do that. I'm like a burning little sunshine and a lot of clouds of rain, you know?
Greg from GWB gave me the lowdown on you and told me you were a good dude and everything. So I was like, yeah, I definitely want him on the show. And by the way, he told me to tell you how him and all the Toughman guys said hello and they miss you. It more enjoyable to make sure that you're relaxed and you're ready to go. Though, man, you're a positive into the ring, and it's like, what in the world? Nobody would ever
Yes, sir.
see that coming, though. Like nobody would see that.
And it's actually, if you want the God truth, Tough Man, 2 night events, right? The
Yep.
first night, every single Tough Man I did this year, I had to work almost half a day, and I didn't get off until right before.
Wow. Now that's
You got to
even
make a
more.
living.
That's
This is what
even
I do
more
for fun.
impressive. It blows my mind. Like, man, you should be wore out. Why are you going to fight? Possessed you to do the backflip off the top rope? What made like?
Well, like I talked about earlier, that rough and really excited. I get these little call them eeks. So it's like a burst of excitement that I. Yes, sir. It's actually been a wild ride. I've had a few people pass away. This one gentleman, I was supposed to fight like 2 weeks before the fight. He ended up passing away, and it got backed out and canceled. So it's been a quite a strange thing, and much prayers and rest to his family as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
Mr. McBride.
Sad.
Hey, life's a sad journey, brother, but that's why you got to find the sunlight in it and keep going.
Absolutely, absolutely. My next question is, why the name?
Good. Then he's the owner of New Line Cage Fighting, and he's just like, I think you need to go by Starvin for this fight. And I do believe it was the Brittany. She kicked the shit out of me. I said, oh my God.
Yeah, don't.
And
Yeah,
she's a great person outside the ring too. I never took the time to talk to her to get to know her. I made that mistake with a few people to begin. Cole Givens is another one, but I judged the book by the cover. I was like, oh man, fuck that. Yeah, no, I'm not happy with that. And then you talk to her before the fight, after the fight, yada yada, and we were so much alike. It was freaking hilarious. Sorry.
oh no, you're good.
And
You're good.
all
Don't
around,
apologize.
that's the funny thing about fighting. You go into the ring, you duke it out, and you ended up getting closer to the people that you'd never expect. And they have a life a lot like yours. People have got bad stories, rough stories of how they came to become who they are. and you're just like, shoot, I'm proud of you. It just makes you happy for him.
Absolutely, absolutely. We're all in this for one thing, right? When you're doing the Toughman, we're
Yes,
all in
sir.
it for the same thing, the win. We want to win, right?
Yes, sir.
Toughman fighter. Um, who else? There's Alonzo the Tank Whaley. List goes on and on and on. I like I said, '06.
There's been a few times after the fights that I was a little bit wobbly, but I was like, I'm good.
Yeah. My last Toughman, 2022, John Starkey knocked me out, TKO me in second round. And after the fight was over, the doctors looking in my eyes. They hadn't checked my eyes all night. If they had checked my eye, they'd have knew I had surgery. But when they shined the light in my eye, you gotta have a doctor's note the next time you come back here. We ain't gonna let you fight. And that was my last fight.
That's messed up.
No doctor will sign off on
that I never went to the doctor about and got fixed. So if I ain't got to label them, I'm not gonna label them. You know.
Yeah, absolutely, man, absolutely.
And
What can
it's
we?
funny too for me to take a little bit of a break. So I've got to take a break for a little bit. And I mean, they say, "Oh yeah, we're worried about your head, buddy." It's hollow as can be. Ain't no hurting that thing.
Well, as many fights as you've done this year, I'm surprised they allowed you to continue to keep going. You know what I mean? Like, hey, you got to take a time out in between some of these.
Fight didn't really hit very hard. It looks like
the name's Starvin.
Yeah, I've done some wrong in this world. Nobody's perfect. So I guess when I go in the ring and I get hit, that's one reason why I don't want to get trained a lot. And I just feel like it's not necessarily knocked some sense into me, but I feel like I've done wrong. So that's me getting my karma and my wrong for what I've done in life. I don't know. I'm a very big believer on balance and good and evil, right from wrong.
And this year, how many fights altogether? Altogether, how many fights this year in 2025? Okay, well, that's my next question.
Oh, shit, yeah.
What is next? What can we expect next from Starvin Marvin in 2025?
Because we fought in a Mountain State brawl, and I like him as a competitor. I feel like I came to my round where it's a brawl. I want to go to his round where it's kickboxing, and he's ready for it. So I'm ready to meet the maker. You know, I want to give it all, and I want to get his best. That's what it's all about.
I love it, man. I love it. Always want to compete.
And I would share some other news, but I'm not going to announce it quite yet. You guys can be following and posting up and follow up with it.
Facebook, make a Starvin Marvin Workman fan page. That way I can put it in the description link and we can show everybody where they can see you next.
Okay, I might have to check into that. I'm not very tech smart. I went to a very tech smart high school, and that's kind of in the day. But I've grown up.
I'm a high school dropout myself, man. I can't say
tailgate. So
yeah,
mine wasn't necessarily an option. These laptops.
That's terrible, man.
I
I had so many health problems. I missed a lot of school and I couldn't keep up. And plus, I'm not that smart.
Glad to see you're doing better.
Yeah, I'm doing a lot better. Very, very, very healthy right at the moment, man. Sarah Jones says Starvin Marvin is cool.
Yes, ma'am, Ms. Jones. Much appreciation, much love.
And if you don't know, that is my wife, by the way.
Okay. Nothing wrong with it. Support goes a long way.
Absolutely. That question and said that you can't unveil some other stuff you got going. I know you've already told me. I'm not going to let the cat out of the bag. Pay attention to Starvin Marvin Workman's Facebook. He'll be letting you all know the Iggy on when you can see him next. And that way you can check him out, guys.
Enjoy the conversation. It goes a long way. All I can say is life is definitely a struggle, and it doesn't necessarily matter what you go through. It just depends on what you do after you go through it that makes you a person, if that makes
sense. Amen.
Personally, that's actually where fighting came into play. I was getting clean. I was still fooling around during my first Toughman and stuff. I'll come in weighing at 113 pounds, little fella.
Wow.
And ever since then, I met good inspirations, good people. They showed me that life can be better as long as you keep fighting, so to speak. So I said demons, I'm getting the fight out inside me, and I'm letting them get the fight out inside them while it takes out mine. I don't know how to. I enjoy it, and it definitely goes a long way. So I definitely concur. Fighting a lot to me getting clean, and it took me losing my sister and losing someone close to me for me to open up my eyes to show me that I can do better. I can be better. So I want to let them know that they can be better as well. Just no matter what, don't give up. Keep fighting the fight, no matter whether it's in a ring, in your life. You can lose loved ones. It's going to be very hard. Enjoy the memories you got with them and spend as much time as you can living how they believed. If they were good people, good Christian people, follow their life too. If you thought they were an inspiration to you, live by their inspiration. My grandma raised me, because my parents were crappy. I was never dealt the perfect deck or cards or nothing like that. And she showed me how to love people, how to care about people, how to be respectful. And my grandpa taught me responsibility, respect, and how to not be rude to others. So no matter what you learn, no matter who it comes from, you got to just add everything in and apply it to your life the best way you can. Always be good to people and live life by the golden rule. Do unto others as you want them to do unto you.
My mom was
I'm a mama's
19.
boy wholeheartedly.
My mom was
My
19.
grandma
My dad
wasn't
was.
just my.
Oh, sorry. I'm sorry. Go ahead. So I have a hearing problem. If I don't hear you speak before there's a delay, I guess, and the line.
Okay. On your, I got little goobers running around too, so I'm trying to get.
Uh, no, as I was saying, we got a lot more in common, man. My parents were young.
Certainly say my parents were young. My mom was 23 when she had me. My dad was like 45 or 50 when he liked drugs. My dad liked drugs and a drink a little bit. He was a good-hearted person and tried to do right, but he just made the wrong choices. My mom's just a piece of crap. I don't give her nothing. So I was definitely blessed to have my grandma to kind of can't help
Nothing wrong with nothing a little bit, but there's certain things, certain aspects of it, like we can dial back. Your story. I love everything you've seen is a stretch to get hit in the head as many times you have. Because I've seen video, you've been hit pretty good, pretty frequently. Got
Just got to
back
be lost in the moment, brother. That's all
absolutely
you can do.
in between the ropes, but 24 fights in under 5 months. My God, you got me over here scratching my dang head. Like, wow, brother. All right, man. I'm gonna let
It wasn't as
our
bad as
fans go tonight. I'm gonna let you go tonight. You enjoy your evening with your lovely family. Go out for ice cream and fishing. It sounds like a good idea. I might do that myself.
Yes, come here to get to know me. I'm a good-hearted man that's just here for a good time, and I want to be able to teach others how to do right while being right themselves. Life's nothing but a journey.
Bone Jones, and this has been In the Doghouse. And I also want to leave you guys with this info. If you're doing positive in the state of West Virginia, whether you're a business, whether you're a fighter, a combat sport guy, a rep, and let your story be known. I want to share the spotlight with anybody, locals supporting locals is what I want to call it. So if you want to be on this show, jump on, let me know. Email